reminds me of the ones we stick on the refrigerator.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what makes it think of that.
It looks like a tea light, a large tea light.
It's one of those. It's one of those.
Or you know, one of the things that go underneath the thing at the
I'll
catering.
have to get some of those things.
What do they call those?
Send me the link of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, all right, so I got it, and it's got, there's something you can put magnets, and then they have the pasty, putty stuff that you can do the putty stuff too, so I was like, all right, because I needed something
I have some of those.
that I could take, and they
Those
stash nicely too.
My seasoning grease that comes with the frying pans came in there.
So, those will be our, and then they stick to the ambulance. It's important.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
The ambulance.
Ambulance. The RV.
I have an ambulance, it's an RV.
Oh.
So we'll be gone for the next month, so we're doing training from the road. So I had to find things that would stick to things.
Okay. Hello, everybody.
Greetings.
We are week 6. So no class next week. We have orientation. Don't miss me next week. Sure you will.
You're going to Illinois or something, aren't you?
Oh, Indiana is next month. So that is. Did they send an email out already?
No.
Okay. There is a next session. We'll talk about that. There is a date. The 12th, I think, of June. We're gonna cancel that class because I gotta drive to Indiana, and I learned last time I can't teach class and try to prep for my trip and do my full-time job. So we're gonna have to cancel that class. And you'd think there would be enough time in that hour that I have, you know, for leaving at 6 a.m. But you know,
But you're going to Indiana.
I'm judging a trial in Indiana.
Cool.
I know it's nice that it's.
The weather will be good at least.
My parents live there, although I won't get to see them, and I get to go back to my alma mater, so kind of close to.
At least it's not winter.
Yes. I don't miss this. So, next session, we're also going to work distractions. We're going to work some good stuff. So, we're going to start from scratch. We're going to work toys. We're going to work sounds. We're going to work food. We're going to work everything. So, we're going to bring it on for 6 weeks. And every dog's going to be different. Every dog has their own trigger. So, what I want you to do, and I'm going to bring 3D cards, or 3D, what did I say 3D cards? 3x5 cards. Index cards. 3D printers in my brain. I'm going to bring them, and I'm going to have you write down some things for me. So I want you in the next 2 weeks, and maybe you just notice things casually. I want you to write down, I want you to think about, what are your dog's their worst distraction? And I say worst as in, mine is like thunderstorms, but, we don't search in thunderstorms. So something that's more, it is thunderstorms, but maybe mine is also sound. If I ever have a battery that goes out on the smoke detectors, Maverick will never search the rest of the day. So that is his peak thing, and I cannot train it because he's just terrified. So I'm just hoping and praying that never happens to us.
I bring the cat.
You can bring me. I know. Somebody used to bring their cat bedding and stuff. We had sound or smell distractions. So I want you to start thinking about little things. Is it sound? Is it people? Is it because they love people? Or is it because they don't like people? Is it, is it too many people, which we can't always emulate in here, but we could, we'll figure out something. We can crowd people in our search area. What do they love? Is it a tennis ball? My dog, my Addie, loves a tennis ball, but when she's at a trial, she forgets the tennis ball, surprisingly. But if there's food, you better believe she's gonna find food. So I want you to start thinking about, what does my dog love? What does my dog hate? What would be a struggle that I've either seen out walking or anything that you think of? I just want you to start thinking about little things. Some of you all have been to a trial, or you guys have seen the trial, or even just going out doing stuff. I want you to think about, what did you not think would be a trigger but is a trigger? We do start to bring in toys in advanced. Start to bring in food options in excellent. You could have anything. Judges go to McDonald's that morning and just take their sandwich and stick it into a container. Is it fish, hot dogs, or whatever? I just want you to think about all the things, okay? You don't have to write them down. I just casually as you think about it. Maybe you go on a walk and you realize, oh, this, okay? Because then when you come back, we're going to write it down so I can have it, and I'm going to make a plan that's better suited for everybody. We can't do it exactly because, of course, there's always levels, right? This is our first big step, our 3 or 6 weeks into our distractions, so we have to stagger some things. We're also going to do distractions include verbals. You talking or me talking is a distraction. We did that in my last class. So it's going to be all of that. I want you to start thinking about it.
Mine are my hands.
Just do the rain for them.
It very well could be. It's like any kind of treat, any food. So then after next session, that's when things are going to change. So we've decided to talk to Bev. We are in fact going to move 2 classes on Thursdays and 2 classes on Wednesday. Those are going to be 4 advanced classes. So you guys are in the bracket. You can stay on Thursday. I have some people from Wednesday probably moving to Thursday. There's not a sign up right now, but what I'm going to do is, because some of my Wednesday people have to stay on Wednesday because there's agility and some people do rally. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of help gather a list of what days work for everybody, and then hopefully help PDX and say, here is the schedule. You know, and tell you, yes, you can sign up for this class or this class. Just kind of as a start, because I want to make sure people who can't do something, you know, get the class and then, you know, whatever. So all 4 classes are going to be pretty much the exact same, because they're all going to be in my favorite corner. So they're all going to be the same stuff, so it doesn't really matter. 6:15 and 7:30, so it'll be both times. So you can sign up for both times. We're adding a Monday at 7:30. That'll be an advanced class. So if you feel like you don't want to do I say the advanced, this class technically. If you don't want to go up to the more competitive group, which I say competitive, not everybody competes, but where we use all odor and all kinds of things. If you don't feel like you're ready for that, we do Monday at 7:30 is going to be the new class.
So if we don't have 4 cents already,
Guessing
we
with
should
the
stay.
Not necessarily. What I'm going to do is, because there's some of y'all who are going to mix in, and we're going to start working on that next session too, is adding. It shouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
So we're going to add. We'll get to Clove next
He
session.
must have just been tired.
And then the last one is Cypress, which we don't usually use until Master AKC. So honestly, I barely use Cypress, so it's not going to be a problem. And what I'm going to do is I'll introduce it in the classes again. Since I don't use it, most people don't use it, is we'll add that back in. So you don't have to worry about it. You'll be good. And Maddie, of course, will be entering, but she'll be lower, and that's okay. Well, she's coming in next session.
Birch,
And
Cypress.
Anise. And
Do you need clothes on?
Yes.
Yes.
And it's and AKC's
very strong.
order of odor is birch, anise, clove, cypress. And if you guys ever want to do CPE, when we get CPE trials started here, there's a 5th odor. I haven't actually started my dogs on it yet. Vetiver. I'm saying that correctly. I have no idea what it smells like. That's the 5th one that I'm gonna add. I'm probably not gonna add it into class. It'll be one of those. I'll talk about it, or we have CPE trials come in. But those are that's like the master level odor. So. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, let's actually talk about the search.
I'm just gonna sit here
We need
and
to close
flat.
that gap here. Okay, so you guys are going to come in over here.
On leash or off?
So you are going to have an off-leash option. Okay? So you are going to come in, and you are welcome to. I wouldn't necessarily put your leash down, because at some point you never know when you need to get your dog in control again, or maybe you need to have that connection. So I always carry it, or I put it in my pocket. Or you can put it around your neck, however you want to do that. So I have set up 2 hides in here. So this is an on leash, or again, on or off, it doesn't really matter. We don't get to do off leash very often, so this might be a good opportunity to practice her distance and let them kind of have some independence. I'm going to tell you where one hide is because we're going to talk about it. We haven't really done anything with it. If you want to know where the second hide is before you come in, I will tell you. If you don't and want to try just one unknown, you are welcome to do that. And as always, I will do assisted work. So if your dog is around the object and you're not calling it, I'm gonna help you call it. Okay, so don't feel like it's your dog's gonna leave. I'm gonna call it so that way your dog doesn't get frustrated. Okay, but this is your first hide, or one of your hides, is in here. Okay, so we're gonna talk about this. This is a inaccessible hide. Your hide is actually, can you see it? Okay. Okay, so it's in a black straw. It's under there. So the whole thing is open. Your dogs cannot put their nose on the target. So what they tend to do is, let me put it back, what we call bracketing. Now, it is on the edge where it is where the handle is exposed, so your dog very well could go straight to that handle. Don't be surprised if they do. But some of them are going to do bracketing, and they're going to wrap themselves around, try to figure out how to get in there. How do I get to that hide? They cannot get to the hide, so you have to watch for the bracketing, and we mark it anytime they're focused on the crate. Now, I did grab the mat, which they do use for enrichment classes, so it might have a fun smell. I want your dog to be paying attention not to this, but to this. So if they are really interested in the mat, and then all of a sudden they look at the crate, you mark that crate. Okay, because I want them to really understand where the hide is. And then you're just gonna go, mark your thing. Give them lots of good jackpots. So inaccessibles are hard for some dogs because they can't put their nose on the tin. They can get frustrated and obsessive by trying to figure out how to get to that tin. So you may have a dog who goes back because they didn't complete the sentence, right? They didn't complete the whole picture. They can't figure out why they can't get to it. Then you might have dogs who go back. You might have dogs who want to kick it over because they can't get to it. So we've got to make sure we don't do that either. So this is something we learn and we practice. So we watch for that bracketing and the nose goes around. The push in and it might scoot, which is another reason I grabbed the rubbery mat so it doesn't slide off if they scoot. So we'll see how that goes. I'm actually going to rotate it a little bit. Any questions? Okay. I'm not really sure how much time I'm going to give you guys yet. I'm probably going to give you a minute and a half-ish, and then I'll give you extra time because I don't think you'll need a whole bunch of time. But I'll tell you in a minute and a half, and if we are working, if your dog's not working at all at the second hide, then we'll just take him out. They don't really know. And then we'll just work on it next time or something.
Both are birch?
One is birch, one is anise. Okay?
We did close.
Yeah. No, we've done anise.
Yeah, we did last time.
Yeah, that's the only one we've done in class is anise. Yeah. And birch, of course, but yes, that's the only second one we added. Okay. Yes. Okay. So whoever.
So,
wants to
out
go
of curiosity,
Yeah.
because when was the last we did? Was it last session we did the anise?
We did it a couple weeks ago. We did it when we did chairs. We've done it. That kind of control itself a little bit. It is sort of the opposite in this case because I want your dogs to actually go to it and follow it. They may look at the tables today too. We did use those last night. So just be ready to move your dogs on. But I'm hoping that they will find it and then really start to bracket through that one. That's why I put it in there. Okay? Cool. So I'm just going to rotate this and I will be ready for a dog. And actually, Ron, or if you want to run, you're welcome to stand over here.
It's just this area, right? This is not part of the
Correct.
sanctuary.
Oh, yes, thank you for that. Yep. Yes, that is correct. Could block it off, but yeah. So remember, just a reminder, your known hide is your marker, your yes, your whatever good, whatever it might be. The unknown hide is the alert. Because you're telling me to think that's where the hide is. Okay? You're not telling your dog, you're telling me. And then you mark. Yes, we're done.
I like it when you tell me that.
yes, you do.
Just like your dog likes it. Okay. Just kind of swing it over here so I can get in also. Okay, and whenever you're ready, you're welcome to release and go.
I'm shocked. I'm definitely shocked. Really bad that she walked this crap out. Those insurance, I can't overlook the brand.
Hey. Don't wait for the sit on that one. So I would wait till she goes back and puts her nose on it to mark it. Yeah. That way she knows exactly where that is. So if she goes back again, reward her for it. But yes. Yeah, good. Good. Give her one more. There we go. Good. Now pivot, walk away. Perfect. See how she just needed that clarity for sure. And again, she may go back. Where you go? Here. Nope, that's Anna's. Yep. Good. So start moving yourself. So ask her to move around a little bit. Again, that's kind of where that challenge comes in. You can always restart her. You can always do whatever you want for extra. Yes. Now, were you just waiting for the sit?
I called the word a minute ago, and I don't think you heard me.
Oh, nope, I did not even hear you.
Because she was like there, and I'm like, what? And you didn't say anything. I'm like, okay, well, I guess it wasn't.
Nope,
No, I didn't.
I couldn't hear you. What did I get on my hand? Ew. I didn't touch that. Okay. Okay, next dog. Okay, you come in and just kind of hang tight right there while I close the door. And then you may get ready. Have you ever seen Johnson bracelet? Yes, and most of the dogs. You may go whenever you're ready. You ready? right to that.
Here.
There, you got that one.
Nobody.
Alert.
No, but good thinking. Just kind of keep moving up with her. Take some steps to your right. Just kind of low pressure.
Alert.
Good
Yes.
job.
Good girl.
That was very nice.
Girl. Good girl.
Beautiful. And she worked her distraction.
Good. She was temporarily worried about what was going on.
Yeah.
Good girl. That was so
And they
good.
are.
Amazing. Girl. Okay, next dog. Just kind of swing over here, and I will. Every your way. Yes. Yes. Yeah, good. Mark it. Reward it. Yes. Good girl. Right under that.
Right here?
Yep. Good.
It's not all the same.
Just keep turning with her and just kind of, you're going to have to keep stepping a little bit. But you want to make sure you're not leading the work, but you're just suggesting things. So yeah, you just exactly how you are. So you step back, you rotate, put pressure forward with your toes. Trixie. Trixie. Yes, any of that. Yes, good girl. Mark that. Right next to it. Yay. Very nice. What you might find helpful is if you're not attached, she seems to be more distracted when you're not attached by a leash, is I reward, and then I grab Maverick's harness. It's kind of like a restart, but it's right next to the old high. Because you have a harness on, or her collar, or just lightly touch something, it's kind of like that opposite, what is that? When you're pulling them back, they want to drive forward. I can't think of my right words. Anyway, it helps them want to drive to the next high. And it kind of gets them back in, and I say, okay. Yeah. You might be like, why is it on leash? You get to do this. Yeah. Just kind of swing over here while I close the gate. All right. I'm ready when you are.
Find it.
Very slide dog that likes hill versus really holding or sitting or down.
I love watching that. Sprat, you know,
Yes. Yes. Good girl. Yes. See a little bit of difference?
Yeah.
That was trying to guess, couldn't figure out where it was, and then all of a sudden that was a nice pause. Look. Her tail stopped too. Nicely done. Alright,
Next. 5 more.
so make sure she's in the lead. Yeah, once you start pushing her forward, then you slow your pace a little bit. There we go. Ah. Yay! Good girl. Nice. Perfect.
no, yeah, doesn't know the song.
Dinner makes.
Nicely done. Good girl.
Alright.
It was for him.
Okay. And Holly, if you just kind of swing by over here, I'll close the gate.
Before I go under the gate, you know.
I know.
Good Jess.
Hey, buddy.
Sit. Good boy. We'll search. And that's perfect. Yeah, he went to 2 sides and then he looked at you.
Good.
Yes,
boy.
good boy.
Very good boy.
Great.
Very.
Nice, yeah. I give it at least 2 sides, and then if they offer me more,
Sure. Find more. Find more. Find more.
About an hour before dinner, came to look in the general direction where you're thinking.
Find more. Find more.
I'm assuming that's out of the search area. Yes. But he can absolutely go there, yeah. But I don't have a hide in there. He did go to it. He didn't really tell you, but he did stop and smell at one point.
He stopped and smelled at a bunch of points.
Right, and this one was that's what I'm saying. He did go to it, so
4 years old at 8,
and he didn't really tell you. I'm gonna tell you it's gonna be on this half.
He checked out every
Because I knew he looked at that one a lot, and I wanted to make sure you knew it wasn't that factor.
Yes. Search for dog and it's nowhere. I mean, I looked and looked
Is that it?
It's gonna be a little bit, give him a little longer. It's the one.
Yeah.
Ah, there's much better.
Good boy.
Good. Yeah. Good.
I need him to have something more concrete in terms of a signal to me.
I think that to me was simply just a, he was not confident.
Yeah.
So again, I don't like a down or a sit.
Yeah.
You know, the being at the, I mean, when he was there though, he pauses. So that to me is that we start to build that.
Okay.
That is better, or the look back, or you know, something
Yeah.
that look back can be makes. Then they start doing it a lot. But the pausing a little bit more is what I start to. If they start to do that, I start to really do the work.
Okay.
And I start
So I
to
just
tell
want to build
Correct.
commitment.
Yes. Exactly. So you think to yourself, you're gonna have him at practice. If he does it, it's kind of like a you give yourself an extra second before you call it. But you gamble if he's gonna leave.
Yeah.
So I sort of have to watch the body shift. And so the moment he starts to shift, you have to call it in your duration. Yeah, I think that'll be a better indication for him. Especially when you start getting into elevated, because everything's elevated for him.
When he likes that stuff.
Yeah. And it's kind of normal as we practice. Once we get low, he might, you know, down or low, you know, but once they get up higher, he might try to figure out, I can't down or I can't sit at that point. You know, for him, that's going to be a really hard decision for him. Because they're always going to be inaccessible for a lot of things.
Some dog
Good. Alright, so think kind of over here. I did not.
Thank you.
Yes, remember, give him some nice space. I love his look back. Or his look to you. Look. I want to see the eyes go.
Sticking his nose in the mat.
Right, and that's where I was saying you gotta make sure you mark it when he puts his nose on the crate next time. So what I would do is put your back to the, yep, and just open up some space. There you go. Bless you, great boy. Yes. Nice! Yay! Good man. Alright, that was the last one, right? Yes. Okay, perfect. gonna move it a little bit further. We're gonna do it again. One time. Put it in.
When they were bracketing around the crate, usually called the work when they were at the inside and the right side would not be counted as right.
Absolutely, because it's the whole thing. It's got to, especially something like that, it's exposing how it's going all over the place. So you don't actually know what side it is. Yeah. They tend to go to the side that is open or that is right next to it, but not always. If I had a fan or we had this door open and it was blowing that way, then we might find that the opposite side had more availability than actual height. Yeah, maybe that was good. Yeah. Okay. Hold on one second. I'm gonna change up something real fast. I'm gonna make it look a little different.
Just spin, wash it. Oh no, there's a cell phone.
Okay. You can make it look exactly.
She never seen a cell phone.
All right. Whenever you're ready. One high.
So floating.
No, they were just pinned in place. And she was like, I do not know.
They lose a lot of things outside and make them problem.
Yeah.
I mean, they just.
Yes. Very good.
Interesting.
Nice.
There's there.
That was a lot of good airflow practice. Yeah. Nice. Good job, buddy. That was great for her to work out that puzzle.
Interesting. Yeah, I like watching the corner.
Uh-huh. And we want to walk by it because we can see when she knows it and when she is working it. Awesome. There's a lot of fuzz on the floor today. Like everywhere.
Some of it looks like feathers.
Yeah, there's like missing pieces and black. Okay.
I was still in there. It worked because he won. Yeah, but I wouldn't rock those.
No, but good thinking. She's definitely got some odor. Probably a little bit of the table residual from last night.
I love that look in the face. You can read the ears.
Start to watch her body language. Yes. Very good. Nice. Yes, yes, yes. Awesome. Good. So in those cases, she was moving. You could see she was really trying to figure out where the hide was.
Okay.
Like it was a different than the inaccessible where she pushed her nose in. That was a find it. I know it's here somewhere. And then same with over here, but she didn't really stop. She kind of paused, but that was more distraction. And then when she went to the chair, she started to slow. You could see her start to look. And then when she found it, she actually slowed her whole body and paused, and then looked at me. So it was a very deliberate.
She doesn't always look at me.
No.
She did look at me over here. That's why
Yeah.
I called it. Because I thought, well,
Yeah.
she's starting to look at me sometimes.
But
so-
the pause and the push at the source, and then she looked at. That's what we're looking for. Is like the part before it, which is why I like to see that body language instead of just like the movement. But yeah, that was super.
It went down to go to the edge of the edge of our walkway. It was not out of what costume, but we were right there.
Like the initial is how if that would make it better.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Found it.
But he never.
Yeah, we didn't have any dogs in the middle of the day. People behind us have dogs. No offense. And I would have to cook all the time.
It's not gonna be there. Of course, that's the old
Beautiful chocolate.
thing.
Gosh, you really love it. They would just sit there. And they just sit there all day. Hope you throw a piece of steak. Yeah, that's like pretty big dogs. Our German Shepherd, one thing he did was 18 Highland carcass. While we were all standing in the kitchen getting ready to dinner, everything was sleeping, like we finished serving dishes. The turkey was already out, got it on the table. We went in there and we got a table. When we were done playing the table, the German Shepherd was sitting there, belly on the floor. 14 years old. We don't know where they're coming from. Well, all we know is she dragged it off.
And where haven't you really checked yet? Huh? Where hasn't she really gone to yet?
Over there?
So you see how you just pulled her off to you? So if she gets tangled in front of you, I want you to release it and drop. Let it drop and go. It's catching on her front, and she keeps getting sensitive with it.
Okay.
Because it's not quite on her back.
Seasoning hamburgers, stay with it. That's why I got the grill ready. He will come by.
Alert.
Yes. Very good. Yes. Excellent. Her tail stopped.
Yeah, and
She
she
reached.
her mouth shut.
Yep. All
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, it droops to the side, and then when she turns, it's catching on her chest.
Yeah, so
and
next
then,
time we can do it the leash does.
Yes.
So if we do it again, maybe I'll
Well,
now that she
yeah,
knows
and
it.
yeah, and I definitely think I can see you can see a difference between her on leash and off leash, and that's something for you to practice anyway. Because again, most of the time you're not going to be able to be off leash. So it's a matter of learning. If it's on her, I just loosen so she steps over it, and then I can pull it taut again. Instead of trying to flip it around, because then it distracts her. Yeah. It takes some practice figuring out the way how to do things with your dog, and with the equipment that we have on us. Okay.
I don't say with it.
Careful not to crowd her. Yep. rotating over.
Something that's toxic, like onion.
Nice pressure forward, perfect.
They think anything that drop on the floor is good.
Swallow first, ask questions.
Anything you
Yes.
That was it?
Yep.
Alright.
Yay.
well, I'll be honest,
Yeah.
in the kitchen, if I-
Stay there a little bit longer. You can see her mouth closed. She went back to the other to try to decide.
She waits for me to tell her.
Good.
Can we do it again?
They do. They do.
Give it to me, Mom. Give it to me.
Nice.
Are you ready? Mommy slacked on that one, huh?
That was good. Sometimes it's hard to see it when it blends.
I was
together.
waiting for her to dip under the thing again. I
Yeah.
was like, she did it last time, so she's gonna do it this time. And I was waiting, and it was like, no.
Maybe it's here. Okay. Good, that's it.
Before maybe
Okay, ready whenever you want. Search.
he has gotten real sneaky like that. If I go downstairs, he will immediately run up the next flight of stairs, see if he can get the cat. They gotta get an entire whole cat. It's actually bad for my mom. There's something that's
Oh, sprinkle that on the cat food?
really little catty.
The cat will eat it, that will eat it, and it's fine, because it's not.
Yes.
Good boy.
Very nice.
Good boy.
Good.
There are so many nose prints on this chair.
They've been scrubbed on there. There's a couple of them that are need some deep cleaning.
No, fresh nose prints. Little wet dots.
Oh,
Previous
from
dogs.
River.
Yeah.
Poor little guy found that fluff. He's like, I'm gonna go for it. No, I'm not. Okay, Crypto.
Well, we could, but we could decide, sprinkle it all half.
And that brings up a good point of a distraction, Holly. Don't let me forget to talk about that.
We have an apple tree in our yard. Apple tree, great. Then we can get deer though.
Find it.
You can go to the store, there's like packs or whatever, and it's super expensive often. To go and sell for less, right?
The second person will but this order, you think they should.
Oh, 50.
Oh, yeah.
They also need,
That's coprophagia.
they also need other things too. Like
Cars, they're people who.
apple, pear,
Oh, kind of dog.
Oh, yeah.
we had a cat that would eat pear, go around and come searching. Why? Trash.
Good job. Nice. He's a lot more methodical. He's starting to really like say, okay, I'm gonna check everything. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, good job. That comes in handy a lot.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, everybody. I want to talk about this hide real fast.
I've seen it.
You feed your own dog meat and does the same thing.
He doesn't do it anymore. I think we finally got his gut leveled out, now he doesn't do it.
Okay. Wait, almost here.
I see you moving that zipper. Knock it off.
Need to make some Maddie some clamps. Great job. I mean, it seems very straightforward, right? It was a very straightforward chair hide. You know, we've done them a lot. But depending on which way your dog found the hide, if your dog found it from this direction, they found it straight on. But what happened if your dogs came from that side? Some of y'all found it that way. They hit it that one, and then they hit that one, and then they hit that one, and that one, and that one. Like they had to work their way back and figure out, because even though just the slightest pressure from this side, and we'll figure this out a lot in this next session, is this corner is crazy. That air conditioning pushes things out and pushes it back. So you had that airflow that just subtly just went to there and just pushed it off. So in the case of the distraction thing, so she mentioned, there's dog slobber. In that case, there could be dog slobber on all three of them. So you can't get mixed up. And there are times where I've accidentally called a hide where I thought it was dog slobber because surely that's a hide. Nope. That was just a dog just drooling and having fun. So, and they probably called that as a hide and that's why Maverick called it. So, so that's also another distraction. Is slobber like a distraction, or is it just somebody
It's a
slobbering?
distraction for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't notice it until I'd already called.
Until you were already up there, yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes it happens when you get really nervous at a trial, and I'm like, should I call it? Is that it?
And
Is
I
that
think
it?
River licked the top of all three of the chairs.
Yep, exactly. She did.
She like
It
one,
looked like
two.
nose prints.
Yeah.
She hit them all. She was like, and then she went.
And you get mine who licks boxes. If they're not the hide, she'll lick a box. So,
Not
then
it.
you have.
Not it. It's not.
Oh, that one's food. Okay. Okay, we'll keep moving. So, but great job. I just wanted to point that airflow thing. It's funky. It seems like it would be, oh, it's just a chair. It's just straight there. But even that tiny movement from that door pushing airflow back is a challenge. So, y'all did really good.
And I guess I should have paid attention a little bit more because I was waiting for her to go under because then she came up and looked right at me. And I was like, and then you said yes, and I was like, I totally missed. I was like,
Dang it.
I think I call them too early because I'm so afraid of not rewarding her in the moment. I feel like she's still fragile enough that if I
Yeah.
don't call it soon enough that she's gonna give up on me. So
And I think, so I have, I was going to mention this with Indigo too. I have a couple dogs, and actually they are more of my border collies, and my herding dog. But when she goes back to a hide again, I want you to reward it again. And it doesn't go for everybody because sometimes that just makes it, I'm going to obsess and keep going with it. But what I think she's missing sometimes is the clarification. Yep, that was it. Oh, good job. And then you went back. If she goes back to it on her own,
she got like 15 treats at that
yeah,
crate. How could she not know that was the
exactly. And
We had to do
again, it's
celebration.
the thing. And it builds that confidence for the next time.
Yeah.
And then what we'll do is the third time she gets a verbal praise, and then the fourth time is like, dude, going. Yeah. And then we fade that out. But I think maybe that might build her some more. I'm trying it with a couple other dogs who just need more. They're missing hide 2. They can't figure out, and this might be
Gotta
with
pull off
Trixie
of this
too,
one and go
where
on to the next one.
yes, where they can't figure out. Okay, well I found one, but now I'm done. Well, no, you're not. You gotta find, keep going.
And especially if it's a different scent, maybe they don't think that's what I'm looking for.
You know what she does?
Yeah.
Find it home and we'll practice it.
Yeah.
She does not.
There's less pressure.
She doesn't go back to the one she's already found. And
Yeah.
she doesn't act like I've already done the thing. Like she
Yeah.
does go on. I don't know.
And she's definitely pressure sensitive in here.
Yeah.
We know that. So definitely, and so building that I think might be more in here, and that big happy praise. And when we start doing jackpots, I want y'all to do like, so I have my hand. It's hard when you have a leash, but you gotta figure out tuck it or do something, right? I jackpot. I drop one cookie in my thing, and I just pop, 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 and I'm gonna pop it for 10 treats or something. And it's that jackpot, not just a cookie, that's gonna help too with our dogs being confident at the hide.
when do you want to start pulling those jackpots back? Always use it? or-
Always, yeah. I mix it up, and I do mix it up. Sometimes at trials, I don't do it as often because I'm on time. But in practice, I'm always doing it. I want them to know that, yeah, that was amazing. And then maybe one time I'll just not do it as often, or I'll do it a couple times. But then the next time is like, even better. So I kind of vary it up a little bit, but I try not to just give a one jackpot. You know, down the road they may not, you know, care as much. Maverick's now is like, cookie go. He's like, the searching is more exciting for him than eating the cookie. But in the beginning, the cookie had to be present.
So with Trixie, since she seems sensitive to the leash when
Yep.
you get in front of her, do I need to practice with the leash at home or no?
Yes. And I might, you know, you would practice with that, and maybe that harness leash combo is not going to work.
Right.
Maybe
well, I mean,
it's-
the harness is a little big. It's just one that I had for my
Yeah.
grandma, and I need to actually get her hers.
And the buckle on your leash is so heavy compared to the actual leash.
Mhm.
So it's dragging and then it's pulling. So it could be that it's the combination of all of it. So
Okay.
you may try, maybe just go back to a collar,
Okay.
or maybe it could be a specific collar or something, or, you know.
And
something-
not use that leash either.
No, I mean, that's what I'm saying. If you want to go to a collar and the leash, try that, see if that helps,
Okay.
or a different, or tighten it up, you know.
And that way, if it was on her collar, it would keep it maybe from getting like on her.
Possibly, yeah. I'm thinking I think it's the combination of the collar or the harness, how it's hanging off her,
Right.
and how it's hooked. Just isn't.
Yeah, I just haven't got one.
You have two D rings. Are you hooking it to both D rings or just one?
So
Oh, you are. Okay. I didn't pay attention. So I was gonna make sure you did that.
I need to actually get her own that fits her.
Yeah.
And see, 'cause that one's got either.
And when we look at harnesses and things you want to look for, are ones that allow them to move the shoulders. So there are some that go straight across the chest. Not yours, because they actually lift up a little bit more.
Yeah.
It's like the ones that are,
Like these?
it's like what's the Julius
Canine.
Canine? Maverick has one kind of similar, but the structures, you know, you could debate that it could be, hey puppy, is it too low on his shoulder where he can't? Will he want to get on a wall? Right, if it's up high. Will he want to go into extension or pick up something? So it does put some pressure forward on here and underneath his armpit, which could restrict him a little bit. Some of them that are a little bit longer, they go down towards the waist and then are a little bit higher, tend to help dogs better. So,
Indigo's very body sensitive, so the only harness that
Yeah.
she really tolerates is that Blue Nine.
yeah, and sometimes,
And
but
they do allow free movement.
I was just gonna say, it looks like she has got a lot of shoulder movement, so that's fine. And all the dogs are different, so,
Should I pull River out of her vest and use a harness?
it's boring. You don't want to.
Well, she's using we wear the vest for everything else. And
Yeah.
she knows she's going to do work, so I'm just curious. That's why
Yeah.
I use it. You know, she knows.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me at all. Whatever works for you, because it's not. Most of the time, it's not. As long as it doesn't restrict her from doing
Once
things.
I
She's-
move that cord through the way that it is now,
Yeah.
she's.
And
it's totally
let's say
different.
you did trial, you couldn't do that. You would have to have it connected to the back of her harness or just the collar. So then you would decide, is it really the right harness if I'm not looping it through?
Yeah,
You know, so,
I think that loop is more me. too.
right, it's for you to control and to get there. And,
Yeah.
you know, a lot of people, when they go up to a search, then they attach the buckle onto the harness.
And I did.
So, yeah, I think that one's totally preferred. Whatever it is. I've used a lot of them with Maverick. He doesn't really care at this point. I've been trying to find him a good tactical one just because we do so much, or we're getting to this upper level summit level that he needs to be able to do a lot. And
It's the TARDIS.
yeah, I want him to. I found a brand. It's called Sakers. It's
Hers is the one that we use is the TARDIS one.
yeah.
And
I
I
think
can take the pack off of it and just
Yep.
do that, and it's full range of motion. It doesn't hinder her or when she's
Exactly,
done
and that's
whatever.
where I'm looking for something, but that's lightweight. Also, if it gets wet and if we're in the rain and so I'm looking at one of the. I'm saving up for.
I'll bring it in. You can look at it if you want.
Oh yeah,
She
okay,
keeps it
good.
in the car all the time. She
Perfect.
goes wherever. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that'd be great. Cool. Y'all did wonderful. Cool beans. Fun. Well, good. Well, I